Within the week, GIFA, a pet project of the late wife of Governor Umoeno, the late Mrs. Patience Umoeno, clocked 1. Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us on Hiltop Mansion. My name is Clement Barikui. Tonight, we shall be bringing you details of how GIFA's one-year anniversary was celebrated.
Have you ever missed out on any events or activities of the governor, first lady, or the deputy governor of Akwa Ibom State? Worry no more. Hiltop Mansion got you covered. Hiltop Mansion is a program of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Uyo, specifically designed to showcase the day-to-day activities of the Arise agenda.
Tune in every Monday at 7:30 p.m.
on Star Times, Channel 103, and our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube to join us. Hiltop Mansion, showcasing the Arise agenda.
Welcome back. Before we take you to our main story for tonight, let's take a look at how Governor Umoeno went around the city of Uyo to observe the February edition of the environmental sanitation exercise. After a very long while, a press release came from the state government within the week through the secretary to the state government announcing total restriction of movement to enable residents of the state fully participate in the monthly environmental sanitation exercise. Governor Umoeno is therefore on the streets of Uyo to monitor compliance to that order and to see how residents are taking advantage of the exercise to keep the environment clean.
If you know anything about an Akwa Ibom person, you know that we are clean people. Clean people. And so for me, I believe we should continue to maintain that. Akwa Ibom has been declared cleanest city in this nation, I think for up to 6 times. So we must continue to maintain that status. It's been a long time we did this no vehicular movement so that we can take time and clean. And I think we should do this once every 3 months to be able to sit down. You can see all of the security agencies came, they gave support.
The governor is satisfied with what he has seen, particularly effort by the relevant government agencies to beautify the capital city as the state head towards becoming Nigeria's tourist destination of choice.
I also had to stop by here to see what Uyo Capital City Development Authority is doing. And I must commend the chairman for doing a great job. We find this everywhere. This depicts our culture, our people, who we are. When we finish all of the things we are doing now, fix all our tourist sites, come up with international conference center and the hotel, and get the new international airports opened, and all of those things, we would have safely said that we have arrived. I'm only asking that we should maintain it. We should not allow hoodlums to take over these places. We should not allow these things to be vandalized. But what I see here, I'm very proud. We're moving towards becoming the tourism destination of Nigeria.
Welcome back. As we told you earlier, the Golden Initiative for All, GIFA, a pet project of the late wife of Governor Umoeno, clocked 1 year within the week. Here is details of how that event was celebrated at Ibom Hall. The Golden Initiative for All, GIFA, is 1 year, and the event coincided with the first posthumous 58th birthday of the founder and former First Lady of Akwa Ibom State, late Mrs. Patience Umoeno. Governor Umano, who was visibly proud of the coordinator of the office of the First Lady, Helen Obariki, for keeping the mother's candle burning, says the pet project, JIFA, represents service to humanity. Governor Ino promised government's commitment to women empowerment and care for the elderly, among others, as part of effort to immortalize the legacies of his late wife.
I want to thank God for the life that she lived. On this day last year, we're all enveloped in an atmosphere of joy, signaling the official launch of JIFA. I remember for many nights we argued about the name, and I would ask her, what are your initiatives? She would try and she would say, Yubienka. I would say to her, you have to tell me the initiatives you want to launch. I don't just believe in a name that is not tied to anything. So she would go back, following morning she would say, I have the initiatives. Then she would start reading, I would say it's not complete. She would say, it's not your program. It is only here. Remember all the jokes, all of the time we cracked, and finally she came up with the name Golden Initiative for All. I tried severally to change the name, but she stuck to her name and said that's what she believes in. And of the UN rep that validated the name that the UN believes that no one should be left behind. That makes me just smile and say she was right after all. So I want to thank God for her life. Today on the first anniversary of JIFA, I am filled with both the emotions of celebration and one of sadness too. But in all, we give glory to God. Even though the founder and progenitor of this initiative is no longer with us, but the dream she had lives on. They try to enhance family life as a critical unit of any society and bring support to the less privileged, remains still on a high speed. Let me therefore congratulate our dear daughter, Mrs. Helen Enobariki, for stepping up and taking charge of this great initiative. Thank you, Helen, for making us very proud. You have worked so hard. Within the time the initiative was launched February last year, your mom fell ill in June, and you were up with her until she passed. That you were able to pick up steam from November, and then you are able to do what we have seen you do. Shows that you carry on a determined spirit, a can-do spirit, that every Akwa Ibom child is born of and born with, and you have been able to demonstrate in no unshakable terms that God has endued you with wisdom. Many times I discuss with you, I see the depth and the insight that you carry.
Akwa Ibom State First Lady Designate Helen Obariki notes that within 1 year, JIFA has successfully built homes and touched the needy in several ways.
Let me pause and thank God Almighty for His loving kindness towards us this past 1 year. Without Him, nothing we accomplished would have been possible. I also thank and appreciate my father, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, on whose shoulders we have consistently leaned on for support and encouragement this past 1 year. Daddy, indeed, you're the pillar of JIFA. The Golden Initiative for All JIFA, as we all know, embodies Her Excellency's vision and passion for uplifting the lives of women, children, the elderly, and the vulnerable populace of the state. JIFA has not only improved the well-being of countless individuals, but has also inspired a sense of communal and social responsibility. In just 1 year, this initiative has made significant strides in the area of education, where over 15,000 pupils have received wise, residents of rural communities have accessed free health care through the JIFA Wheels of Hope program, as well as the economic empowerment of over 5,000 women. The impact has been tremendous as it has been felt across the state, and we are proud of the progress made so far, although there is still much work to be done. My mandate as the coordinator of the Office of the First Lady is simply to build on the legacies of our dear mother, Pastor Patience Umo Eno. This we have done and will continue to do by creating impact in the lives of the vulnerable, as well as enhancing the quality of life of families in the state. We will continue to support families with multiple birth children, engage zero earners with skills, and empower more women through our women empowerment programs, one of which is the Ikaibiri Hub, where we take the women from informal markets and guide them through the process of getting their products to the formal market. We have an exhibition outside after this event, so you can see what I'm talking about. In retrospect, JIFA has recorded significant strides in just 1 year, and one of the many projects undertaken by JIFA is in Biabong, Ikorudo, a rural community in a local government area, where we built and handed over a cassava and oil processing mill to a middle-aged father of 6, Mr. Benjamin Asukwo Umoren. Months later, we also identified a cluster of women who patronized that mill, and women from other senatorial districts involved in palm oil production and related businesses, and had since connected them to the Ikaibiri Hub, a full cycle program that helps women identify what their hands can produce and how much the market is willing to pay for those products.
Keynote speaker and UN Women Country Representative to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Beatrice Enyong, says the thematic areas of JIFA aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals.
At UN Women, we understand that women's economic empowerment is crucial. It's actually the entry point for gender equality and sustainable development. It is a key driver of inclusive growth, poverty alleviation, and social transformation. The Eka Iberedem Hub, excuse me if I don't pronounce well, launched under JIFA to promote affirmative procurement and integrate 500 women into formal supply chains, stands as a commendable initiative that aligns with UN Women's empowerment principles. This represents a significant advancement towards increasing women's access to economic opportunities, ensuring their participation in trade, and closing gender gaps in supply chains. We celebrate this milestone and encourage ongoing efforts to make markets more accessible for women entrepreneurs. And I would say there is a shining example in Kaduna State. His Excellency, the Governor of Kaduna State, has put into law affirmative procurement policy, which gives women entrepreneurs 30% of public contracts. This is actually huge, and many governors are also happy to join this kind of initiatives. And I was very happy to learn that affirmative procurement has already started in Akwa Ibom. I think we have to give our governor a hand.
The story of JIFA was told in different forms, including dance, drama, and recognition of women who distinguished themselves in their chosen fields. on display at the event were arts and crafts produced by persons trained and supported by JIFA through various empowerment programs. After the celebration at Ibom Hall, Governor Umono led the political class, youth, women and religious groups as well as other stakeholders to lay the foundation for a national secretariat of the Golden Initiative for All. For 1 year, JIFA has operated from a private facility. This foundation laying ceremony is therefore in fulfillment of the dreams of the founder, the late Mrs. Patience Umono, who had desired that her pet project have a permanent secretariat. Governor Umono, while recalling his late wife's plans for the secretariat, promised to join hands with other partners in ensuring that JIFA exists beyond his tenure as governor. He specifically expressed appreciation to his children and grandchildren for standing by him since the demise of their mother.
Today for me is a remarkable day, and she said actually the discussion we had with the mom. What she didn't know was that the mom actually said this is where she wants to build her secretariat. And so for me, I fulfill my obligation. I've handed over the land to you. It is JIFA that will build the place. Because me, I'm a public servant. I don't have the kind of money to build this place. So from volunteers, all our friends, all friends of JIFA, all of you now will just send your donation to JIFA account. Call her, take your donation, take her account there. Not her account number. Don't pay money to our account number. Don't collect to, because they will call EFCC for you. Pay to JIFA account, and then so that you can get the project going. But like I said in the morning, you yourself and all of your siblings have actually been a source of healing and consolation to me and my grandchildren. You have done extremely well. And I know your mom will be very proud of all of you, smiling from the balcony of heaven as you keep striving to fulfill all our dreams. I pray that God will keep you alive. No evil will come near you. Don't be afraid of anything. You know, what has happened has happened. I can promise you affliction will not rise the second time. There's nothing the devil can do. So don't let fear come into you. Do your work. We came to serve Akwa Ibom people, and God who have seen others through will see us through. I think that's the assurance for this evening. I'm not operating in any fear. I like prophecies, but don't think they will scare me. I don't get scared. But let everybody keep praying. Even Paul the Apostle asked for prayers. So we have asked our daddy, the Reverend Simeon Afolabi, to help lay this foundation. This is more or less a spiritual project, and it's a family project. So it's important that you get men of God that you trust and believe in.
The coordinator office of the First Lady, Lady Helen Obariki, described the foundation laying for the JIFA Secretariat as a dream come true.
I'm sure it was on an evening like this that lady coined the phrase, "My heart is red," because when I look around at what is happening, it's an expression that I want to adopt, because I am so happy and excited about what is happening in the life of JIFA. This evening, by way of a welcome remark, I sincerely want to thank you, Your Excellency, because I'm not sure if you know, but before Mom passed, she had told me that she talked to you about getting a land for the permanent site of the Golden Initiative for All Secretariat. And she said that you had promised her that you were going to get her a property and build and establish Golden Initiative for all offices. I'm very happy that I didn't have to blackmail you or bring back that conversation as a reminder that on your own you remembered and you fulfilled the promise that you made to her to get a land and a property where we would site the Golden Initiative for all. So thank you so much, Your Excellency, for fulfilling that promise. And I know that she's looking down and she's smiling and happy that even though she's going to be with the Lord, in no distant time at all, you fulfilled the promise that you made to her. So thank you so much, Your Excellency. We are very happy as a team that we have a place that we can call home, because where we are is borrowed land. And so we're worried that after your administration, GIFA would be no more. But we are glad that, we're commissioning or flagging off this project, and we know that even after your 8 years in office, by God's grace, GIFA will still have a place to call home, and we can continue with the legacies of my mother, Pastor Patience Moeno. I want to especially thank the British High Commission, Mr. Odeka, who's here. I forgot to say that in the morning because he was very instrumental in helping us in London when Mom passed. And so I just want to give special appreciation to him this evening. To all of our family members who are here, thank you so much. And I know that they share the same sentiments as I do when we thank you so much for fulfilling this promise. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. And to everyone who has made it here, thank you for coming, and we welcome you to the flag off of the Secretariat of the Golden Initiative for All.
Speaking shortly before the ceremonial laying of foundation, Reverend Simeon Afalabi hopes GIFA will impact more generations yet unborn, since it is a well-articulated dream.
One thing comes across from all of the examples that we have cited, that is Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela. One thing comes across from all the examples that we have cited, that is, dreams that will become tomorrow's reality must be well articulated. Unarticulated dream can never gain traction, can never gain motion, much less traction. It is when the dream is articulated that it can be used as a rallying cry. Articulated dreams turns people into a collective, bound by common values and aiming for common glory.
High point were special prayers and symbolic laying of foundation for the GIFA Secretariat located at A-Line, Ewet Housing Estate, Uyo. And it is on that note we end this week's edition of Hiltop Mansion. Thank you so much for always being there. Don't forget to join us once again, same time, same station, when we will be bringing you another package of the program. Until then, I remain Clement Barikui. Have a beautiful night rest.